Hello, my name is Alicia Arrington, and I'm going to show you how to graph a line using the x and y integers. So the x-intercept is the point where the graph intersects the x-axis, and the same goes for the y-intercept. It's graphed at the y-axis. So in order to graph a line, what we have to do is find the intercepts, and if they exist, then we have to draw a straight line through them. And what we do to find the intercept is we set the variables to a point. So it could be 0, it could be 2, it could be whatever you choose, but of course the simplest to be able to find it will be 0. And the points are written as xy, and when I say xy, I mean in this way. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have the point set at 0. So x is going to equal 0, y is going to also equal 0. And the problem is going to be 4x plus 5y equals 20. So what we're going to go to solve for y first, sorry. And the way that we do that, we'll do 4, and then of course that's x is going to be a 0, so we're just replacing it. Plus 5y equals 20, and then that's going to cancel out because we know 0 times anything is going to be 0. So 5y equals 20, and then we're going to just divide it by 5 so we can get y by itself. This can cross out, so it's going to be y, and then 20 divided by 5 is 4. So that's what we have for our y. And now we're going to solve for x. And it works just the same way. So 4x plus 5, and we're going to replace the y with 0, 0 equals 20. So 4x equals 20 because we know that this is going to turn into 0. Then we're going to divide them by 4. And that crosses out. X equals 20 divided by 4 is going to give us 5. So now we have both. We have x equals 5 and y equals 4. So our point is going to be, remember it's x, y. So our points are going to be 5 and 4. So now we go so that we can graph it. And I'm just going to go up to 6 so I can make sure that I have enough room. This is our x. I put it here, and this is our y. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also positive. 3, 2, 1, and then we have our negatives. Negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, which I could have put it on the other side, but it's too late now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. All right, so we're looking for x is 5, right? So since that's what we're looking for, we go x. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put a dot so I can mark my space. And then we're looking for y is 4. So since this is a positive 4, we go up. And this is 0 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're able to make a line. And that's how you graph it. That's how you graph 5, 4. Right? So I'm just going to show you a few more. And of course, we're going to do negative. And we're also going to try it out. And we're going to do... we're also going to turn around and do negatives. Alright guys, so for the sake of time, we're going to go through, and I did the problems, but I'm just going to explain them to you as I go, so that you can get an understanding of what I did and how I did it. I did explain to you in the first video. I gave you the rules on being able to graph a line, finding the intercepts on the x and y graph. So I'm just going to show you a few more problems that I had, and please, 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 excuse my scratch outs here, and it was on me. I should not have used the pen in the beginning, so I apologize for that. I won't make that error again. But here, we'll say we're using different numbers in order to get our x and y intercepts from here. So the problem is x excuse me, plus 2y equals -2. And I'm going to use x and y having a 2 in place of it. So right here we have where I just pretty much solved the problem where we replace the y with a 2. So in doing so and going through and solving the problem, x plus 2 times 2 we know is 4 equals -2. And then I have to get x by itself, so what I did was I just subtracted 4 from both sides, and in doing so I got x equals -6. And I also did the same thing for y, as you can see here, and going through solving the problem that gives me y equals -2. So that would give us, in our x space we have -6, and also for y we have -2. So that's going to give us a line to where we can graph here. And remember, this is x and this is y. I dropped my pen. All right, so we have our -6 graphed here, as you can see, and I know my graph is horrible. And we also have -2 here. So we have that graph, and it does give us a line. And we move forward, to our next, and that's going to be 3x minus 5y equals 15, which all I did was I used 0. And in using 0, I still went through and replaced it, and I solved the problem, which gave us y for our equals -3 for that axis, and then for x it gave us 5 for that axis, and that gives us a point of 5 and -3. So all I did was graphed it. That's 5, and then we have -3, and then I know I'm all around the world here, but I also use 0 for number 4, which gave us the points of 1 and 1. I mean, that's probably about as simple as it can get here. X equals 1, y equals 1. And that's pretty much it, you guys. It's not as hard as it may seem, but hopefully this did help you out some, to where when moving forward, this will give you some insight on how to do it. So thank you so much. Once again, I'm Alicia Arrington. You have a wonderful day.